Friends, I again welcome you all in this class of video lecture. And this is BA Part Second. This is BA Part Second, English Literature. And particularly, I am taking paper 1, poetry and this is the name of the paper. This is rather we can call nomenclature, poetry and drama. So, before I come to the prescribed items, I just want to give you a brief introduction of the syllabus. The entire poetry which you have in second year is romanticism. This is romantic movement of literature. This is also known as romanticism. This is also known as romantic revival. You can also call it romantic revival. Yes? And it begins from 1798 with the publication of lyrical ballads. This is a very famous lyrical ballads has been a very famous anthology written both by Wordsworth and Coleridge. It was a joint venture produced both by Wordsworth and Coleridge. So, with the publication of lyrical ballads in 1798, we check the beginning of romanticism, and it lasts till next 40 years. So, before I come to deal with the points, I would like to give you a brief introduction of the syllabus. Whenever you deal with a new subject, when you come to a new class, so the first step should be to consult the syllabus, to keep a copy of the syllabus. So, firstly, as usual, there are 5 units, and firstly, you have James Thomson's 2 poems, Winter and Autumn, Thomas Gray's Elegy. You have a very famous elegy. Elegy means that song, the very famous elegy. Sometimes question comes as far as one line questions are concerned, that what is the name of elegy written by Thomas Gray? An elegy written in a country churchyard. Then you have William Collins's 2 pictures, On Receipt of My Mother's Picture. This is a very emotional poem commemorating the memory of his dead mother. And the second poem by William Collins is Light Shining Out of Darkness. Then another notable poet of this era, which is he is not exactly the romantic poet. Rather, he is known as the precursor of romanticism, the harbinger of romanticism. He is William Black. His 2 famous poems have been included, To Summer and London. And then we have father of romanticism, a very eminent poet from this entire movement. Rather, he is the founder of romanticism. He, with Coleridge, have laid the stone of romanticism. Is William Wordsworth? No, no. Shakespeare, Milton, Wordsworth, Shelley, Keats, Byron have been some of the poets whose reputation is profound. Their writing career has been terrifically sound, and the way they have dealt with nature, they have dealt with human nature, has been superb, both in form and content. So Wordsworth is one of them. You have "The world is too much with us," a very famous poem written by Wordsworth. The world is too much with us. Lines composed upon Westminster Bridge. 3 years she grew. And the very famous poem, The Solitary Reaper. Solitary Reaper. It's a very famous poem. The title itself suggests the entire theme of the poem. Solitary. Solitary means one who is alone. There is complete loneliness. And reaper, one who reaping the grain, reaping the crops. So, what are the two famous opening lines of the solitary reaper? Behold her single in the field, yon solitary islandess, reaping and singing by herself. Stop here or gently pass. These are the four opening lines. The students' quotations are very important as far as the realm of literature is concerned. If you really want to attain knowledge, learning, and scholarship, then you must memorize quotations. You must memorize some 100 quotations from Shakespeare, some 100 quotations from John Milton's Paradise Lost, or from other works, some renowned quotations from the works of Shelley and Keats, some renowned quotations from the works of Hardy and Dickens, from Virginia Woolf, Edison, W. D. Yeats. These are some of the poets who are from Victorian era. So, this is the relevance of quotation. You must memorize some terrific, some wonderful quotations in literary arena, in the realm of literature, without using quotation, without putting them in accordance with your subject matter. Your presentation will be incomplete. It goes like this, that whenever there comes a reference of Shelley, whenever there comes a reference of Keats, so at the same time you must get reminded of some of the world famous lines written by these poets. For example, Shelley has written very wonderful line at the end of his famous poem, Ode to West Wind. And what is that line? I quote, if winter comes, can spring be far behind? This is, and this is the most relevant no, submission of the poet, which is highly applicable to this present time, which is the most hard time for humanity. As we know that the entire humanity has been suffering from this deadly and degenerative virus. But how long this virus can exist? And who will win? Who will be the winner? Whether crisis will be winner or man will be winner. This is a struggle. This is a constant struggle taking place between crisis and man. And friends, The histories are evident. The civilizations are evident. The cultures are evident. The history of mankind is evident. That crisis has never been bigger. So the last line written by Shelley, if winter comes, then spring. Winter represents all hard times, all moments of disappointments, distress, hopelessness, helplessness. And spring represents the pleasant time, the happy time, the good time, right? So when there is a question between spring and winter, spring has to come. Spring has to inevitably come. Winter can exist, but it cannot exist forever. So quotations you keep in your mind, you memorize quotations, you retain quotations. You have Coleridge's Frost at Midnight, B.B. Shelley's Ode to Skylark, John Keats's On First Looking into Chapman's Homer, and Ode to Rachel. So these are some of the poems prescribed for you as far as BA Part 2's English Literature syllabus is concerned. From tomorrow onwards or in the next class, since memory issue is coming on, so tomorrow or in the next class, I shall check the very famous poem, The Solitary Reaper, written by George.